It is the 4th of the 10th, 2025. The time is 25 minutes to 2. T minus 25 minutes away from a Singapore Grand Prix qualified. I'm here for it. It's chaos. It's circumstances. Is Max back? Do we have ourselves a championship challenge proper? What's going on, Sir John? Z, John K, Michael, I've never been more excited. And as you see and listen to Martin Brundle in the Sky Sports internationally syndicated F1 broadcast, it feels like he's portending. Martin Brundle said something like this a couple of minutes ago. It feels like Max Verstappen is living in the heads of the McLaren drivers. All of a sudden, both OJP and Lando Norris can't help but make mistakes of the unforced variety. We saw it from Lando last Grand Prix. We saw a big one from Oscar last Grand Prix, yeeting it into the barrier, anti-stall, full start settings. Who is that number 81 driver, and what has he done with our Mr. Consistent Oscar Piastri? You know the stats already, but I will read them out. If you're talking about anomalous circumstances as far as OJP, here is the broader context. In the first 9 races, that fella had 4 poles and 5 wins. Since then, over the previous 9, he has 1 pole only and 2 race wins. What are we doing here? Is that Oscar Piastri in that car? Who is that number 81 driver, and what has he done with our Mr. Consistent OJP? Mark, you're a legend out here gifting memberships. I appreciate you. Ad infinitum. If you're a brand new member, get yourself over to the community tab, get yourself on the Discord, utilize the emojis, continue the all-important mission critical F1 conversation. What's going on, Clive? Jomo in here. It's going to get techie. And breathe. I can't believe Martin Brundle just said that. Living rent-free in the heads of the McLaren drivers. I can hear the Jaws music or the dirt, 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 dirt. You know the rest. It feels almost inevitable at this stage. And again, there was only a 10th between the top 5 in FP3. Ipso facto, it will be close for the pole. And if it's close for the pole and you have to put all of your money on one driver, that driver has a name. And his name is forcing to champion Maximilian Verstappen. Oh, and by the way, if we're talking odds, don't ignore me and my Max Verstappen glazing. Do you know what I mean? Truth, value, objectivity, etc., etc. But if you look at the odds makers, they are seeing that Max Verstappen is coming to. Before a wheel was turned at the Singapore Grand Prix this weekend, Maximilian Verstappen, to put it on pole, if you run 100 simulations of qualifying under these current circumstances, they said that Maximilian Verstappen would have dropped it on pole 22.22 recurring percent of the time. Before FP3 just now, 25% of the time. Now, 33% of the time. He's gained 10 percentage points as far as his probability, owing to his performance and the fact that Red Bull seem like they've built a car in RB21 by dint of the upgrades, the rear wing, the front wing, the floor fairings, now capable of winning races and potentially championships. Giovanni, Max, Mr. Mind Game, the F1 Dr. Xavier, of course, an X-Men reference. Here's what's also key, because Martin Brundle was talking to this, wasn't he? He said that he was looking at Lando Norris having a cheeky coffee with his missus, and he says that he wishes he could have been so relaxed as is Lando Norris going into an all-important Q3. Martin Brundle also said something more pertinent, in my humble opinion, that the problem for the McLaren drivers is that their durable competitive advantage as far as their car performance has now gone away. Now it's equal-ish machinery, and when it's like that, you will see the driver 9 times out of 10 be the difference. Again, I defer to the one that they call Maximilian Verstappen on this occasion. It's going to get techie, chat. It is going to get techie. And I'm here for it. We'll get the multi-viewer going on in a couple of minutes. Listen, when F1 is like this, Martin Brundle also said, and I'm leveraging and plagiarising, was citing Martin Brundle because he was enhorabuena just now. Sir John, you're a legend. Show the one-man Cameron some love. Oh, Sir John, I'm grateful, chap, ad infinitum, and I won't bury the lead. I make no apologies for labouring the point that this channel drives to survive. Get your words straight, Cameron, by dint of you guys supporting Sir John out here being generous ad infinitum, continuing the conversation, holding my very noddy B-spec F1 feet to the flames. Again, I keep watching old world media. There's a bloody podcast that I talked about not long ago on here featuring Ted Kravitz, and in me talking about it, you guys all went and watched it. It shows the power of the community and that the world is the new media world, old world media, ivory tower. Oh, look, I'm going to get all these famous people and I'm going to interview them, but you're not going to be able to talk to me or talk about it. You just need to sit down. That's all dead. It's finished. It's done. Faded to black. I want it to be a community. I want this to be a community, and you guys are a more important part of that than me. Martin Brundle said something else. 340 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash a like. We are T-minus 20 minutes till an all-important qualifying for Singapore. So, John, if I didn't say it already, I thank you, sir. I'm grateful ad infinitum for the support in perpetuity. Here's what Martin Brundle said that's also fairly important. That what's happened to McLaren is that season to date, they've had this durable competitive advantage. Their car has been brilliant. Double brake ducted MCL 3.9. That they had this ability, didn't they, to manage and mitigate for the rate at which the tyres were degrading. That MCL 3.9 has been ridiculous season to date. Martin Brundle says that the problem for McLaren, Crackosaurus, talent, the legend that is aka George, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you, mate. You're far too kind. All heads must bow and all tongues must confess. Crackosaurus and Sir John may well be the greatest. Here's what Martin Brundle said, though. This is important. Season to date, McLaren have had doable competitive advantage. Their car's been brilliant. They've been able to minimise and mitigate for the rate at which the tyres deg, especially in warmer climes. Mention no names, Singapore, where it is humid and hot, as it will be in a couple of minutes' time, T-minus 19. However, Martin Brundle said that durable competitive advantage, that car advantage, performance advantage, has now faded to black. And now we're going to see which one of these drivers has had their Weetabix. It's going to get techier than techie things. Crackosaurus, you're too kind, mate. If I didn't say already, which I did. But I've got to say again, I made no apologies for labouring the point that I'm grateful ad infinitum for the support of you guys. If you want to become a member and you're not already, then you know what to do. Get yourself access to the emojis. Get yourself in the Discord. Continue the F1 conversation. It's going to get I tell you what, I'm up for this. If you can't tell already, I'm dialed in here, chat. I'm dialed in here, ready to go, locked in, locked on. I can't wait. I don't know. I feel like all of a sudden, this happens always in the final year of a rule and reg sec, right? A reg spec, excuse me. Martin Brundle just said that this feels and looks like peak F1. And I would concur, sir, because it's 2021 all over again. And you're going to get some proper driving because not one of the teams has a durable competitive advantage such that they can go away and win every race to the tune of 20 seconds. Now, Maximilian Verstappen has entered the chat. Let us go. And you've got George in there. You've got Antonelli, the short corner merchant. It's going to get techie. And I'm here for it. Let us go. Therefore, there's some other context that you guys need before we head in. T-minus 18 minutes. And I apparently need to breathe because I'm about to lose my voice and not a wheel's been turned yet. It's not even Q1. Relax yourself, Cameron. Can you tell I'm amped? Ready to go, chat. By the way, we'll go through this again. Circuit length 4.927 kilometres. It was Lando Norris who set the quickest time last year on a 129.525. Look at me, I've got all the numbers off the top of the... I don't know what's going on with me. I'm near in the Matrix. I must have been drinking too many Red Bulls like Maximilian Verstappen. FYI, we're talking a race tomorrow. It's a short run into turn 177 metres. Oscar Piastri, we're having the conversation about Oscar. Again, Mr. Consistent erstwhile. 4 DNFs all his career, some say. 44 race finishes back to back to back prior to this one, or prior to last race at Azerbaijan. 34 of which have been points finishes back to back to back. It's chaos then for Oscar Piastri. What's going on? Has he turned the corner? As they say in financial services terminology, circles even. The trend is your friend until there is a bend. But we've got to talk about Lando Norris as well in the lead up to this. I was watching Lando and he looked super confident. But then when he was talking to Crofty, I think I caught Lando Norris's game. You know, here's my supposition as far as Lando Norris in summary. We're talking about the hill up which he needs to climb, and it's gradient. Therefore, here's why it gets techie for Lando, because he's always been the best. It's always come easy. He's a flair player. He's like a Diego Maradona. You know what I mean? He used to a Gaza. He always used to just rock up and win. It's always been that way. If past his prologue for Lando Norris, he would rock up and win. I used to watch the video that Super GT, legendary motorsport karting YouTuber, made. Super GT he's a brilliant racing driver. Lando Norris schooled him. It was easy. Lando Norris has always been a different level coming up for the feeder formula. However, what Lando is now having to reconcile himself with is there is another young, hungry lion on the opposite side of the fence. And he might be better. How do you deal with that? What do you do? Do you drive harder? Do you train harder? Do you think more? Do you invest? How do you bridge that gap? How do you do what Nico Rosberg did in 2016 and be the difference? How do you bridge that natural talent deficit? Max Verstappen, all he does is drive cars. When Lando was chilling out over the past couple of weekends, non-race weekends, Maximilian Verstappen was in GT3 cars, Nordschleife settings. How do you beat that dude that doesn't even need to try and go above and beyond? He just does. This is the question, and this is the equation for which Lando Norris needs to reconcile. And it's different because all his career he's been the best, winning all of the feeder formulas near as makes no difference before F2 with time and talent to spare. Now, however, it's different, isn't it? Like, what do you do? The trend is your friend, some say, until there's a bend. It's going to get techie for it has already gotten techie for Lando Norris, and I say that very tongue firmly because I think if there's a chap who's going to beat Max Verstappen to pole today, he has a name and his name is Lando Norris. Super GT. No. There's a chap on YouTube, Frank, called Super GT. 300 chatters. You're a legend. So, John, do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Thank you, Jomo, supporting the channel, as well as Crackosaurus as well, the legend that is Sir John. No such thing as too many Red Bulls. Just not enough for me. Crackosaurus. I'm trying to be healthy, mate. I've got my water. My agua sin gas, as they say in Spain. You need Red Bull. You're getting me where I know it's a departure, isn't it? For those who are superstitious. I was this close to buying one just to have it, but I'm trying to get away from the show. I'm not Max Verstappen. I'm not operating at the peak of my powers. I'm 400 million gazillion years old, Z. You know what I mean? Greatest comeback. You know what else I looked at? Go on then, JP. This is interesting if we're talking about the comeback for the Drivers' Championship. In fact, I can't even tell you this because it would jinx it. I had a cheeky bet at the start of the season that Max Verstappen was going to win the Drivers' Championship. And ever since that point, the odds have just drifted, right? But now all of a sudden, the odds have just gone like this. The bookmakers having to put some respect on his name. Oh, and by the way, we talked about the odds of Max Verstappen before a wheel was turned this race weekend. 22% at the time they said Max was going to drop it on pole. Before FP3, it was 25%. Now you'll be lucky to get through it 33%. 2-1. Max is the favourite to drop it on pole. I mean, all heads must bow. Just gets it done, doesn't he, sometimes, this chap? And this isn't me predicting the future. My crystal ball, yet and still, is as murky as the next person's. Like, I would be a fool to come out here and say Max will pole it. I would be a fool. I don't know. But is that the least likely probability? You bet your bottom dollar it is not if you're talking about Max Verstappen. Oh, and by the way, if you're comparing and contrasting the respective demeanours and countenances of Lando's super relaxed, right? Chilling out with his missus and friends, drinking coffee, etc., etc. Max Verstappen looked dialed in. They showed a shot of him walking through the corridor. Didn't talk to anybody apart from his father. Wasn't giving out any signatures, any autographs. He didn't care. It's like raises like, and listen, different approaches work for different people. He's hoping that Lando can extract out of himself the best out of himself when he needs it most. T-minus 11 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky qualifying, and I am nervous as fudge. Chat, really fudging nervous right now. Who have you got for poll? Let me know in the poll for the poll. Let me know who you've got. Maybe this is peak F1 per Brundles or so. Brundle in his 5 minutes of fame was just like, when Martin Brundle's like that, you can't even, you can't make any, he's just the best. He's just the best. As far as a colour commentator, with some knowledge and analysis, like show me one better than him. Please. Show me. If there is one. I know not of his name. Brundle was just like, one day we'll get him on the channel, chat. One day in the not too distant future. Max spends much more time in preparing for any qualification or race than any other driver. That's why he's always competitive. He's just got more length and breadth of service. You and me both, says Bismarck. Jomo, subscribe to the channel. You're a legend. D-boy, feel like pole really is up for grabs. Matt is the favourite, sure, but this is wide open. This could be the most fun in qualifying for a while. Matt says Chinese mind control technology. Yeah, that's a can't. Although they tapped into Charles Leclerc. Although if you're going to steal anybody's mentality, I'm not sure Charles Leclerc, aka modern day Jorna Lazy, I'm not sure that's the one that you want. To be fair, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Am I being a bit harsh? Maybe, perhaps. Right, let's go. And breathe. We are T-minus 10 minutes away from quali, and I'm nervous. Palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. You only got one opportunity. Do not miss your chance to blow Eminem. It's going to get techie. This in T-minus 10 used. And by the way, shout out to you guys for going and watching the Ted Kravitz interview on, I don't even remember the name of the podcast. Ainsley and Aisley. It used to be the People Performance Podcast, didn't it, or something like that. I talked about it, and you guys I can see the numbers. Ouch F1 TV having pre-recorded interview of Lawson. Is that what they've gone to now, Mark? Surely not. Please. No, Anthony D's having a look at no penalty for Lewis. Lewis entered the pit lane a bit hot. Oh my gosh, Lewis is all over the shop, struggling with the rear right. Lewis entered the pit lane hot in the dying embers of FP3. And the steward said, let's have a gander at that. It's red flag, mate. Why are you entering the pit lane so quick? And people thought they was going to get a penalty, but the FIA have done one of these, thankfully, because we don't want to see that going into what could be the qualifying session of the season. Come on, Oscar, says D-Boy. And you know what? Let me say this at front and centre because it's important. I love me some Oscar Piastri. I do like I want that dude to win a championship, but this one, as a neutral, come Maximilian Verstappen fan, I want Max to keep both of them, honest. I can't lie. I feel like the racing gods, there is a debt to be paid. We spoke about it, right? When you invert like that, McLaren, there is a debt to be paid. The racing gods will not look too fondly upon that. And karmic justice never sleeps. What's going on, Martin? I hope you're good. Safak, oh, the humanity you much. Me and you both. Predictions about who you think will have a bad qualifying. I can't jinx anyone last. I think the rookies, there will be go on then, let me tell you about safety car. There is always safety car in race, and therefore by extension you can expect at some point during quali a yellow flag and or red flag. Look, in the first 15 races around here, starting from 2008, there has been 24 safety car instances, courtesy of the legend that is Ruth Buscombe. There will be trafficy. Short corners, medium duration, low minimum speed. You see them already fighting in free practice. Lando and Charles trying to get out of the pits to get the first bite of the cherry. You think it's going to be any different in quali? He was getting a bit of a hard time from people. Problem is, Greg, can't forget a prime Lewis is better than everyone on this grid, with maybe a section of Matt. He's brilliant. I mean, in his prime, he was not. Max Verstappen now has the most poles. You seen that? 6 poles. Oh my gosh. The trend is your friend until there's a bend. I saw a stat about Sir Lewis that summarises. I don't want to kick a man when he's down or anything, but it summarises Lewis. Lewis has now gone, of all Ferrari F1 drivers in history, Lewis has now gone more races as a debut Ferrari driver, sans podium, than any other F1 driver in history. Chaos. What odds Liam Lawson hits the wall again? Oh my gosh, I don't know. He's going to get... I'm nervous. Oh my gosh. Why am I so nervous? This is too much. And breathe, Cameron. Come on, get it together, chap. Get it together. It's not even Q1 yet. 500 of you in here can currently do me a favour and smash the like. Let me say this front and centre at the outset. This channel ceases to exist without you guys coming in here and fact checking me, holding my very noddy B-Spec F1 feet to the flame. And I make no apology for labouring that point. It has to be a conversation now. It's 2025. No longer can we do the ivory tower F1 journalism stuff. No, it has to be a conversation. Just a quick question. Did Lewis Hamilton get a penalty? We addressed that about 2 minutes ago, Senai. No, he didn't get a penalty. It looked like he would, but the FIA have turned a blind eye. Did I not say that? I thought I did, Senai. Welcome, though, Senai. Get your feet underneath the table. Do you know what I mean? Grab yourself a beverage. We've been expecting you. Give me the same quality results as back at... Oh, Mark. Oh. It's going to get techie. Max could get wins during Lewis's dominance during his Mercedes. Is no surprise he's taking wins and poles from the McLaren boy. 6 season today. Look at me stressing out. Like, I can't even cope with it. Did I miss much? No, Safak, not just yet. T-minus 5 minutes until we get ourselves a qualifying session. And it's going to get techie. Your boy's going to pull out all his hair in a minute. I can't even take it. TW and just finished Dr. Rob's interview. It's fair to say PhDs will be scratching their heads right now. How, Sway? How, TW? Mind us, it's the tension we crave. Love being anxious. I know, it's peak F1, isn't it? Just like Martin Brundle said. Oh, dear. I can't help it. Shit. All right, we've got ourselves some F1 intro music. I'm already bored, Rens. Don't get it. If I turn the lighting a bit different, you'll see or hear. I mean, it's like DNF sectors around here. That's turn 4. I hope Jordan and Aston get into Q3. Apparently, I mean, Visual said I wanted to go back and do the due diligence. Visual, who's infinitely go-to F1 mind than I, said that Alonso was on for a timesheet topping lap in the dying embers of FP3, but he had to abort for it. F1 intro, is it? Let's go. I was so nervous. The deception got hyped so much this weekend. All right, and breathe. Hello from Botswana. What's going on, Big Mash? Nothing but love from the UK, London in particular, vis-a-vis via Birmingham and West Midlands. Your track circumstance, 4.9 kilometres, 3 miles distance, 323 kilometres per hour, 129.525 lap record from Lando, 2024, 5 metre elevation, 62 laps will be your race distance. C3, C4 and C5 are the tyre compounds that Pirelli have bought. It is low minimum speed. It is medium duration. Get the car turned in. If you have an old school RB21, you have no chance. But if in the hands of Max Verstappen, you have a brand new floor, a brand new rear wing, a brand new front wing with almost vertical upper plane, then apparently Max Verstappen has himself a chance. If indeed the odds makers are to be believed. In the first instance, and again, I'm going to repeat this because this is important, money's coming in for Max Verstappen. If indeed you are betting degenerate Alonso, 557 Arizona. I mean, the levels of dedication. I didn't know for sure that was me hyping. Oh, Visual. How very dare you, Visual. Get me out here trotting out falsehoods. I thought that I would have seen that Visual. I thought I would have caught it. Just got in, theme music starting. ECG, how are you feeling as the resident Lando Norris stan in the chat? I you know what? I am rooting for Lando, ECG. I've already got my my blasphemy out of the way. Zach Brown shaking hands with what's he shaking hands with Fred for Surfer? Oh, because of Charles and Lando's love kiss yesterday. Fair play. Zach Brown is very performative. I think Zach Brown deep down's a nice guy, but he's very US office for me, and that upsets me a little bit. I don't like it. We need a Red Bull in front. Go on, and T-minus 2 minutes and 3 seconds till we get ourselves a qualifying session for which I am nervous. I concur, Sir Martin Brundle. This feels and looks a lot like peak F1. Track temperature, for the avoidance of doubt, 35.4 degrees Celsius. Ambient temperature, 30 degrees Celsius. Humidity is 67%. It is chaos. It is warmer than it was in FP3. about that. To that point, Mercedes will be quaking in their boots because they have a diva of a car that only goes well in cold climbs. Lando Borders crying. Does he know people actually all over biting gums at life? Ferrari and McLaren shaking hands over their collective rubbish strategies. All right, and breathe, Outlaw in the house. Let's go. Oh, the humanity for real. I'm here for this chat. I think this is going to be a madness. All this hype. Watch McLaren's put it on pole by 3. Can you imagine last resort? I mean, it's not impossible. Not impossible. I would love to know who redesigned that RB21. Pierre Vacher, and thou shalt put some respect on his name. Do you know what I mean, John? After all the Cameron slander that Pierre and Enrico Balbo have had to put up with, now all of a sudden they've got it right. Surely it's not just Laurent listening to Matt. No, I think Pierre Vacher is finally... I mean, Pierre Vacher, they always said was a genius, but for the longest time, he hadn't performed. He hadn't done what Adrian Newey was. You got to call it as you see it, right? When the car was broken, of course I'm going to be frustrated, as are Max Verstappen fans all around the world, about the fact that Red Bull haven't managed to give Max a car. It's unacceptable. Max has chosen for extra weight instead of the cooling vest. No, chaos. He doesn't care, does he? He doesn't even drink, Max. Just dialed in, focused. Best chap to be in, Alonso. You're a legend. Take a look at the Cameron CC store. Yeah, feel free. You're a legend, Jome. If you want to get some merch, then Jome's got the link. Some God tier merch I'll have, you know. Brian Nash, you're a legend, mate. Up here representing Littlebot Talawa. I was hoping that Mercedes would lock out PT P3 so Max can take. Oof, elusive. I don't hate that. They looked quicker, didn't they, in FP3? If McLaren's make mistakes, but they've been making mistakes. So go on then. Let's forward forecast this. If they've been making mistakes all the while over the past 2-3 races, particularly in qualifying, when they had durable competitive advantage, what makes you think now that there's big pressure and it's Max and it's George and it's Antonelli and now Ferrari might throw their hat into it? What makes you think now that McLaren are all of a sudden going to get their SH1T together? I don't know, chat. I don't buy into that at all. But maybe they make a mug of me. Oscar will go better around here than he did last race. That's for sure. And Lando has to be on it, right? Lando would have had his Weetabix this morning. One hopes. McLaren. Shit. Hitting the rainbow. Hitting. Top 5 was a 10th. Yeah. It's going to be close. It will be close. If there are mistakes, though, the problem is this, Boogie Boy. When it's so tight and close, just defer to Max, right? Red, you're a legend out here gifting memberships. I appreciate you, mate. Again, this is a community, a fan channel per se, and it ceases to exist without you guys in here contributing and calling me out. My F1 ball feathers. Come on, Oscar, says Sidesh. Oh, that's the sign of a champion. No choke. Everybody makes mistakes, but it's the extent and the frequency of them that make me question the McLaren pairing. I put 20 on Alonso at 50. 50 on George. Bloody Nora visual. That's bold. I did get a little cheeky Alonso, but not at 150 to 1. Plus 1,500 for those of you in the States. 24 hours McLaren selling 2 of 2 F1. Genki, they've been selling all that. It's weird. I don't know if you're joking there, Genki, but McLaren have been selling their future, their 2026 cars, which weirds me out. They haven't even raced it, so I don't know who's buying them. Somebody rich with more money than taste, of course. T-minus 15 minutes left on the docket. For context, Q1 only exists to decide the drivers and cars that get into Q2. Q2 likewise only exists to decide who gets into Q3, the proper paid session. There are 20 currently on the grid. Only 15 of them will make it through to Q2. Likewise, only 10 of those 15 will make it through to Q3 to decide the top 10 positions. And I'm here for it. Peak F1. Martin Brundle says, quite right, sir. I concur. Hamilton on the go. Go on then. All eyes on Lewis. Alex Albon goes purple, but nobody's set a time yet, so it doesn't matter. This track's going to get awfully congested. And remember, 24 safety car in 15 races. There will be a yellow flag. You can take that one to the bank. Lewis is on his outlap now. Now he's going for it. Colapinto tops the timing sheets. First one out there, 132.096 as a benchmark. Remember, 129.525 is Lando Norris's lap time. His pole lap time last year. And if past his prologue, they'll be going much quicker than that today, methinks. I kind of like Lewis's Golden Globe helmet. Is that a tribute to the legend that is Roscoe? It's very rare that F1 as a community kind of like sings from the same hymn sheet as a whole, and this is one of those times with Lewis Hamilton's trusty steed Roscoe sadly perishing this time last week, right? Albon tops his time sheets with a 31.4. All eyes on Lando. Carlos Sainz goes purple set to 2, 38.3. Hadjar goes purple set to 1 on a 26.9. On board with Carlos Sainz here. Charles Leclerc, 27.0. Charles Leclerc has the whip hand, ladies and gentlemen. Goes purple set to 2, 38.2. Let's have a gander then. How much quicker is that? 38.2. It'll be going 30 point something. Will shot. RIP Roscoe, 100%. It will be on X imminently. 30.9 from Shot. I don't think that's quick enough, mate. As Lando Norris goes 26.7. Immediately dunks 0.4 on Charles Leclerc in Sector 1 alone. Now we are talking, ladies and gentlemen. Hadjar tops your timing sheets on a 130.8. Can somebody please tell me what Snow Lion? There is a Max Verstappen song that all of Max Verstappen fans sing, and it's a sample. Lando. Oh my gosh, Lando's going quick here. 26.7, 37.8. 30.5, blimey. Lando Norris has entered the chat, ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury. Although Max Verstappen says, I will see you that, Lando Norris, and I will raise you this. Max Verstappen goes quickest of all through Sector 2 to the tune of 2/1000ths. But he's a 10th off. 10th and a half off is Max Verstappen through Sector 2 off of that Lando Norris time. So we'll drop in circa 30. It'll be like 30.6. Oh my gosh, what am I talking about? 30.3. What's going on? Oh my gosh, he's cleavered 0.4 off of Lando Norris's Sector 3. It looked like he was going to drop in. Crackosaurus, you're a legend, aka George. I just flipping Nora already. Lando got this easy, G. Don't talk to your Suja. He'll go well. Sector 3. Did Lando make a? Oh, there you go. Lando made a mistake in Sector 3. Look at that. There's no way that Hadjar did a 25.6 and Lando did a 25.9. Yeah, that's bogus. Lewis Hamilton drops into second. So go on then. Let me normalise for this. Imagine Lando doesn't make the mistake in Sector 3. Let's say Lando does 0.3. Yeah, Lando will be closer than that, I think. If he gets his act together in Sector 3. There's a car on track. Cameron CC's here's for it. If there is a car on track, you're a legend. Jomo, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Moderator extraordinaire, do you know what I mean? Oscar, what's Oscar then? Bloody Nora. Oscar making mistakes. Let's have a look at this. Oh, he's been hindered because he thought there was a yellow. Yellow flag. Someone getting out the way. Yeah, that's Vegas. He was getting out the way. DWM, what's going on? This is going to be chaos. Do it. T minus 10 minutes and 26 seconds. Track evolution is going to be a thing, right? So Max might have to go again here. 30.3, or maybe not. Currently in the drop zone, Oscar Piastri in 15th. Squeaky bum time, Oscar, not having set a time. First of the bods not to have set a time just yet. George Russell not set one. Antonelli, Ocon, Alonso. As Behrman goes into second, track evolution. Can you spell it? Track temperature 35.3. Ambient 30.0. Huh. 900 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour, smash the like. I'm nervous. More nervous than nervous things at the moment. There is drama already as Oscar Piastri. Go on then, Ollie. 900 of you watching can currently do me a favour, smash. If you like the stream, then like the stream. I can see there's some buffering going on here, but I'm going to try and fix it. Here we go. Breathless already, eh? What's going on here? Can Lewis make it to key 3? That's the question. Oh, Jomo. I mean, way to bring negativity to the fore. Like, I think you'd be all right. Ferrari meant to go well around here, right? Aggressive on the brakes, short turns, medium duration. Sir John out here, best put some respect on his name. Do you know what I mean? You're a legend, Sir John. I appreciate you, sir. Massively, mate. Oh, gosh, you guys are going to... I feel like this is a bit... exploitative. I'm really nervous. Gonna have to get my stress ball out here. Track is rubbering in, says Sebastian. Who much? I mean, Sir John Perry. All heads must bow. All tongues must confess. Nervous out here, chat. Really fudging nervous. Go on board with Lewis. Let's have a go. Oof. Go on, Sir Lewis. Bloody Nora. Sir Lewis is on it here. Goes 4th. Let's go, Sir Lewis. 30.5. That's not bad from Sir Lewis. I don't hate that. 2/10 adrift, eh? Lewis up into 4th. Let's go. You know what I mean? Life in the old dog yet. Bad pun. Bad joke, Cameron. I didn't even mean it like that. Is it mad that I'm desensitized to Lewis's bad performance? Now, Delaney, me and you both. Me and you both. It is what it is, eh? Lewis up into 2nd. What's going on? 130.319. That would have been lovely. Simply lovely, no pun intended. If Max could have put that, if Lewis, excuse me, Freudian slip, could have put that at the top of the timesheets, if only fleetingly so. T minus 7 minutes remaining. Charles Leclerc about to go quicker here, isn't he? Charles Leclerc starts in behind Sir Lewis. Oh, let's go! Don't hate that. 5/100ths between Charles and Sir Lewis. You see this? A perturbed, traumatised Sir Lewis is a fast Sir Lewis. Isaac Hadjar tops your timing sheet. Can you say track evolution? 130.2 from Isaac Hadjar in a Racing Bulls car on board with Oscar Piastri also. Goes 26.9. This is important for Oscar. You can't afford to be yellow flag affected because you might not have time, chap. 26.9. This is where you're in the lap of the gods. Oscar just needs to get a good lap in here. No mistakes, right? No pressure, Oscar. 37.9. Yeah, he's going quick. He's going quick. He's a 10th adrift of Isaac going through sector 1. Another 10th adrift going through sector 2. He's going to drop in around, he'll be around Ollie Behrman levels here, won't he? There's not a lot between them, though, is the issue. Remember, a 10th between 1st and 5th in FP3. Oscar Piastri going purple in sector 3. Bloody no, he's only got up into 130.4. That's not great, is it, from Oscar? Huh. P6, excuse me, not even P4. Huh. Lando's turn now. Lando 26.7. Immediately goes 1/10 quicker than the session lead in Isaac Hadjar. Bloody Nora. Go on then. Bottom 5 currently. Antonelli, Tsunoda-san, Liam Lawson, Isaac Hadjar, and Esteban Ocon. This is going to get techie. Norris purple sector 1. He's going for it, isn't he? And he's doing purple mica sectors in sector 2. Lando Norris has got a point to prove. As that fella had his Weetabix this morning. If he has, then it could be problems. Turned up the engine now. Turned up the engine and has dialed in. Look at that. 26.7 from Lando going through. So he's carrying a 10th on Hadjar through sector 1. And he's carrying 2/10 on Hadjar through sector 2. So he might be the first 129 lap of the Singapore Grand Prix race weekend that we're about to see from Lando and Norris, so long as he keeps it on the island and remains unencumbered by a yellow flag circumstance. Green. There he is. 129.9 from Lando. Don't hate that. Don't hate that. Those are new sets for McLaren Advantage, Max. This is true. Brand new set. And Max did his. Oh, because Sir John, it's a very good point, actually, because he's got. Yeah, he'll have an extra set of soft spare. Bloody Nora. Look, on board with Kimi Antonelli. Can you spell traffic? M25 settings. He'll plead infringement there, will Kimi Antonelli, and quite rightfully so. Toto doesn't look too happy. Kimi Antonelli yet to set a time there for being impinged upon by laggard traffic with T minus 40. Excuse me, 4 minutes left on the docket. That lap was chaos. I know Lando's got something to say, hasn't he? He has got something today. Oh my God, that joke kind of appalled. I know, like I didn't mean it. There's life in it. It's just crazy that I said that. Max instantly coming out after seeing those laps by Norris. He doesn't need to that. I don't think he should. Doesn't need to. Kimi Antonelli going purple through sector 1, 26.6 track evolution. Manifest, right? A 10th up on Lando Norris instantly. Mr. Short Corners, eh? Kimi Antonelli. Let's see how that plays out. Track is definitely evolving, Daniel, 100%. What? 26.15. No, because they didn't do that, Crofty. What's Crofty talking about? He's a 10th up, 10th and a half up. Antonelli's going to slot in about 29.8. Oof. He's dropped something in sector 3. 30.0. Taliban Antonelli. Popov, that will stick. Evolution is required. 100% cracker sauce. Bravo, Kimi. Come on, Yuki. Go on then. Drop in the drop zone still. Yeah, and still with T minus 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. You've got Sonoda-san, Gasly, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto. Usual suspects, therefore. But I think there'll be some surprises. People need to put some respect on Kimi's name. He's not doing too badly, is he, out here? He's all right. He's not doing too badly at all. Boys, eyes are bloody leaky. I can't even tolerate. I can't contain my excitement, apparently. Crying already. And Max isn't even on pole yet. What are we doing here? Antonelli put in a good lap. He's not bad around here. Peter D. Wins has been telling everybody that will listen, because again, he doesn't bat 1,000, but nearly as far as Mr. D. Wins. There is such a thing called expertise, and he is one of them. He's been saying that Antonelli goes well around the short corners, doesn't he? More than the high speed ones. 1,000 of you in here, do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Sonoda-san is indeed dead last. He's got to come out and do something, has he? With 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the docket. No pressure, therefore, Kimi. You know what I mean? There's only been 24 safety car around here over the course of the first 15 races. It's not like it's zero risk, asymmetric risk. Cam's bracing for the win. Max is even yet Crackosaurus. Look at me, Abbott of Unreason, going on as if my crystal ball is less murky than the next person's. Lewis Hamilton going quicker, right? 26.73 sector 1, 37.8. Lewis Hamilton tops your timing sheets on a 29.7. I do not hate that. Lewis Hamilton, I do not give you hope, says Easy G. Lewis, oof. 26.7 from Max. Max is going to turn that around, isn't he? 37 point. I know Max is going slower. What's going on? Max goes up into third. 30.0 from Max. A 10th adrift of Lando. 2 tenths. What? 3 tenths adrift of Lewis. Huh? ¿Qué? No hablo inglés. You must always leave a space. I don't understand. This makes no sense. Those Ferraris are up there now. And now. In comes Charles Leclerc. He goes 1/100th slower than Lewis in sector 1. But then he's backed out, hasn't he, in sector 2? Lewis might top the... Lewis, mate. I mean, who had it? Like, Lewis was, what, 20-1 at the start of the... I mean, yellow flag for Sonoda. Where's the yellow flag? That might be done for Yuki. This is what I've been telling you. Remember we said about the safety cars and all these lot doing last gasp Larrys. Sonoda stand still goes purple. I don't even see where Gasly's on track. Has he parked it up? Must have parked it up off track. I think Tsunoda-san's good. Tsunoda-san up into P10. Let's go, Yuki. Let's go. Go on then. Drop zone. Gasly gone. Ocon in the drop zone, but still on a lap. Hulkenberg in the drop zone, but still on a lap. Bortoletto. Let's go on and let's watch these guys come across. Drop zone for Hulkenberg. Can he make it? He's going green. Hulkenberg goes up into 13th. Let's go, Nico. Don't hate that from Nico. Bortoletto, is he going to out-qualify Hulkenberg again? No, out in Q1 this time for Gabby Bortoletto. Only up into 16th. Ocon is the only one still got a lap in him, apparently. Goes purple microset to Esteban Ocon. Can he make it through to Q2? Negative. P19. No chance. Track evolution is crazy indeed. Go on then. Lewis Hamilton tops the timing sheet. Oh, the humanity. Is it 2025 or is this 2018? 2018. Prime time Sir Lewis. I mean, like, don't hate it. Don't hate it. Go on then. 129.7. That's blisteringly quick from Sir Lewis. Remember we said don't count out a scorned, perturbed, traumatised Sir Lewis. Huh. That's the gearbox of the Alpine finish. Sounded weird. Hydraulics issue, they said. Parking lot. Parking lot where there's no parking. And breathe. We're back, says Don. Let's go. So Lewis Hamilton fans will be rejoicing around the world. I should get Mama Cameron on the phone. She'd be like punching. For Roscoe, 1000% cracker sauce. And Carmen, of course. So back. Roscoe would be smiling. Can you imagine how many fresh soft does Max have left? More than Lando. One more. Loving these watch-alongs. Jamie, you're a legend, mate. Why are my eyes bloody watering? This is ridiculous. I apologise, chat's not good enough here. 1,000 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour. Could you smash the like, please? Por favor. Por favor. As we're about to lose our mind going into Q3. He's driving with Roscoe's passion in his heart. I watched that on board out of it. Don't make me cry, Clive, more than my eyes are already bloody watering. Kaori. Legendary Kaori. We're going to start crying for this. I'm trying my best not to, but my eyes are just watering. That was for Roscoe. So Lewis, Carl Davidson, Hamilton has John Wick energy. He lost his dog. Lost since 76. Legend. Roscoe be smiling down. P1 Max, P2 Lewis, P3 Charles. Oh, the racing gods make it happen. Don Ferguson 233 likes. Do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream. 300 likes. I mean, we must be at. Come on. Max and Isaac's one set of sets. And I should look at this and pay more attention. I'm emotional, Ryan. I'm all right. I'm all right at the moment. But I feel like Q3 is going to be chaos. I got Lewis on Paul. Hassan. Have you really? You weren't saying that before, Hassan. Lewis Hamilton fans are just like, come on. Never in doubt. Never, ever in doubt. Lewis is on dog motive. If you have ever had to put down your dog, you know I held my dog. My last dog that got put down, it was terrible. Derek, you're trying to make me cry over here. I'm sorry, man. That's... Crackosaurus has faith, family, fitness, 1000% Crackosaurus. Lewis is quick. Oh my gosh. Who's rookie of the season for me? Isaac Hajar, without a shadow of a doubt. It's not even close. I'll try and have a gander. Go on then. Mark, you're a legend, chap. Welcome. If you're that way inclined, get yourself over to the old... Get yourself over to the community tab and get yourself in the Discord. If you are, of course, that way inclined. Okay. 804 of you, do me a favour, if you like the stream, traumatised Lewis is a very dangerous man. So John, I have, put some respect on his name, Sir Lewis Carl Davidson Hamilton. Right, so what are we doing? We're having a look at tyres. I don't think I can. Z, on Twitter, it will have everything that you need. I promise, mate. So notice how to lift. Bro, you know we say that in our hearts, every GP. Roscoe. Yeah, Hassan, but you got to come to the foray. Right, let me have a look. So I think Max will have himself 5 sets left. He's just used one, eh? Let's have a gander. Okay, so Max just used 2 softs. All right, so tyres remaining. See, this is chaos to bloody calculate this, mate, but anything for you, chap. So Max had himself at the start of this session 6 soft compound, brand new fresh ones left. You just used 2. So we'll now have 4, as has Lando. Although, no, they both use 1. Okay, so they've both got 5 fresh soft compound tyres left, I think. Lando and... yeah, they're both used an additional 1 because they did their second. Okay, so Max and Lando both did their second laps on scrubs. 5 sets. Yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good. Even Stevens, methinks. Sorry for your loss, Pete. There's no competition in sadness. 100%. Comparative suffering is an exercise in futility. Max just called the merch stores to print WDC 2020. 69 points. There's a lot of racing still to be done. 7 races, 3 sprints. It's going to get more chaotic than chaotic thing. 900 of you in the chat, do me a favour, smash the like shortly thereafter. If you want to become a member, you know what to do. Then vote on the poll for poll. 72% of you are saying Max Verstappen. How very dare one think that it's a sensible idea to bet against Maximilian Verstappen. Not now. Not now, not ever. It's going to get tacky. Subscribe. You're a legend, Jomo. Chilling on the video Discord. Chilling on the video in Discord voice chat. Link is in the community tab. You're a legend. Crackers. It's a good shout, Crackers. I don't hate that. 928 of you in the chat muted, of course. The comms is in here. Crackers. This is a good idea, mate. I need to think about this more. I should be coming up with those ideas. Hey, Cameron, it's going to get very techie, my friend. Techier than techie things. Here we go. Look at Max. Is that Max's though? Is that Neo in the Matrix? Styled in. Do you know what I mean? Just styled in. Macon. Condolences, Pete. Find comfort and strength in God. And yeah, I love Lewis. And yeah, I love Lewis and all. But if and when my pet dies, I'm just going to go at 100%. I'm just going to go out and get a new one. There's no replacing pets though, Kaori. Let me cry my eyes out. Or just being tired. Love to Pete. Look at the love, Pete. I mean, you lot aren't bad, you know, as a community. Even if I do say so myself, there is love. Red Bull just have to send Max late into Q3. The track is so here's the problem, Umaj. If we're talking track evolution is the true thing, but you hear me when I say over the course of we've had 15 races around here. There have been 24 safety car. So safety car frequency is one of these. Do you leave it to the last? I mean, you got to get a banker lap in and then go and get. Do you know what I mean? I think you've got to do 2. I think you got to do 2, mate. One must. 1,000 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. I think Max and Oscar by a tenth. Oh, kiss my teeth, Cam. Pet replacement is a true Kaori. I don't want to, Kaori. I don't want to read it out and be called that. They'll come for us as unsympathetic. Q1 incident involving Cars 5, Bortoletto, Hulkenberg, Sonoda-san, Russell. Oh, this is the impingement, isn't it? Oh, yellow flag infringement. That's Mark. I should be paying attention to all this stuff, Mark. Do you know what I mean? Lest I wish to be deemed an F1 abbot of unreason. Too much stuff going on, and I'm nervous. I can't even. There's too much at stake here. This is the championship now. And breathe. A couple of words. Oh, Pete was your old man. Pete, I didn't even realise. Pete, I extend my sympathies, sir. Like, that's heavy, mate. Sorry for your loss, chap. That's really, really heavy. Caught out by red flags. Why would they go that late? Yeah, I don't think they need to go. Not that late. Don't go. Why are my eyes just watering? The lights are too bright in here. Me always telling Lando that the lights are too bright for him. Yeah, of course, Cameron. Can you spell hypocrite? Carmen, you're a legend. If you are a brand new member, get yourself over to the community tab and get yourself on the Discord where we continue the conversation and utilize your privilege. Do you know what I mean? Priority in the chats each and every single time. Carmen is a legend. Still just an animal. Blimey, Kaori, you're going in. That's the Jamaican in you, Kaori. Like, you know, dogs are different in Jamaica. Dogs are just... dogs are dogs. Kaori, it's different. I've seen how my granddad treated dogs. It's like whatever, isn't it? Dogs are like family in the UK. Max front of the pit lane. Oof, Mark, you've spotted it. Oh yeah, look at that. Number one. Oof, ominous. I mean, that goes to show you the importance, doesn't it? T-minus 6 seconds, 5 until we get ourselves a release sessions. Kaori, don't business at all, isn't it? QT, let's go. If Max goes at 5 in 2025, gains 35%, it'd be chaos. There are Max fans in the chat, eh? Multitudinous. Whoever goes last. So here's the problem, Clive. You want to get a banker in. It's World Animal Day. Oh my gosh, you're writing it you're writing a script. Is this 2018 or 2025? %, Pete. Send in thoughts, mate. Genuinely. Joma, you're a legend out here gifting memberships. I appreciate you, sir. Ad infinitum. Moderator extraordinaire. Principal among them. Do you know what I mean? Uncommon amongst uncommon men and women. Umach says, may time bring you healing and his memory bring you peace. Very well said, Umach. Very apropos that. Now, send in love, Pete, and thoughts. 900 of you watching. It's all got a bit heavy there. Bloody Nora. It's chaos. Correct, Andrew. Insane. 6-1 for Max to win a championship, and you could have got 60 to 1 a month. That is insane. Time heals, says Mark. In the meantime, you never know when the totality of the loss will hit you. May his memory be eternal. Very well said, Mark. Okay, all right. T-minus 14 minutes and 1 second remaining on the docket for Q2. Let's go. Get me squeezing onto my stress ball. It's your fault, Kaori. I'm nervous now. Like, this is mad. Hamilton tops the timing sheet in Q1. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he gets through to Q3 at the very least. But it sounds like he might be in the shout for pole. Lewis Hamilton fans will be coming for me. In the first however many races of the season to date, Lewis Hamilton fans were like, how very dare you not put Lewis Hamilton on the pole for pole. Who's this in the pits? Lando. What are they doing? Get Lando out, mate. What's going on here? Oh, yeah. McLaren just chilling out in the garage like they don't know the safety car stats. What are they doing? Max Verstappen is on one here. Go on then, Max. Max Verstappen on board with bloody Nora, Max. Chill out, chap. Leave yourself some gap to the Armco. What are we doing here? Holy smoke. Is that Max 26.6? Flip. No, he needs to relax here, Max. He looks like Saudi Arabia 2021 to me. Not to jinx anything. Leave some room, Max. What's going on, chap? Bloody Nora. He's dialed, isn't he? McLaren shafting Piastri. What's going on? It's got him in the... It's like everyone else is out getting laps in. Jeez, chill out, Max. 26.7. Holy smoke. What is he doing? Purple, but nobody else is. He's the first one round, remember, so he's just always going to be purple. I think he's going hard because he realises the extent to which the track will evolve over the course of the next 11 minutes. Goes 27 flat, 37.7. Oh, Max is on it. Although I think he's left a bit of time on there in sector 3, to be fair. He just wants to get a banker. 29.7. Jeez. 0.3 down the road from Lando Norris's 29.595 last year. Holy smoke. Go on then. I need to see the McLarens for a compare here. Hajar goes up to second, but he's looking at 4/10 adrift of Max Verstappen's lap. Is Max going to do the reverse deg thing and just disprove? Is he just going to go and get the keep showing Charles Leclerc's misses? I don't know. I couldn't possibly think why. Max Verstappen on a 29.7. Go on, and let's see if Max Verstappen can actually break physics here and just completely erode this track evolution thesis. Charles Leclerc out on a hot one. So too is Lewis Hamilton. Gone. All eyes on Charles. Goes 26.9. He's 0.2 adrift already of Maximilian Verstappen. Is Charles' heart rate increasing ever so slightly? Ever so slightly as Lando's about to get on a lap here. Break too early. George Russell goes quickest of all through sector 1. 26.6. Oh my goodness. All eyes on George. 26.6. So he's gone 1/10 quicker than Max Verstappen's lap, which was set, by the way, a couple of minutes earlier. But George is on 4-lap old soft compound tyres. 38.0. Oh my gosh, it's Max's second sector that's the destroyer. Look at that. So George was a 10th up, and then he's lost 3.5 tenths. So he's carrying 0.25. Jeez. So could just call it 0.3. Go on then, George. I reckon George is about to slot in here second around Hajar. Oh no. 30.2 from George. That's not good enough. This is a statement. I want to see Lando. Lando goes 26.7. How are you understanding what we're seeing here, chat? Antonelli goes second, 29.8. That Max has done that lap 3 or 4 minutes earlier than everybody else is chaos. Lando Norris goes 30.0. That's 0.3 adrift. These lot are going to struggle here. Although OJP come after hour, come after man. 26.7. 3 minutes later, though, Oscar. He's a 10th slower in sector 1, and then half a tenth quicker. He's carrying 500ths. Then is Oscar. He's going to go close. Max has done that so early. They can't even beat Max, even though the track has evolved. Max it's different, chat. Everybody can go home like Kenny Smith. It's done. Like it's a... The levels of commitment from that dude. As I'm watching the lap and the onboard, I'm just like, hang on. What's going on? Track limits, Kimi Antonelli. His time, therefore, has been wiped, and it was a good one. But I think this is going to get techie. No risk per usual. I mean, let's pause for a second. I don't want to go too early on the no risk moniker. Go on then, Lewis. 26.7. That's quick through set to 1 from Lewis. To be fair, and very quick from Charles as well. Lewis up into third on a 29.9. Charles going 26.7, 37. But no, it's the second set that they can't keep with Max. It's that piece where I saw him. He looked like Saudi Arabia, didn't he? The levels of commitment. He just looks like he's going to crash, chat, is the honest truth. No one can do that. Charles only up to 13th. T minus 7 minutes and 36 seconds left. 4 seem to be flipping Nora, chat. That was his first lap. So go on then, chat. Explain this to me. How did Max go out first and set that 29.747? And no one else can get close to it. Oscar Piastri does a lap about 5 minutes later with track evolution and its benefits, and can't get within. I don't understand. Charles on his way out of Q3 this day. So go on then. In the drop zone currently, you've got yourself Liam Lawson in 11th, Tsunoda-san, Charles Leclerc, Alex Albon and Kimi Antonelli having had a lap time deleted. Get in there, Lewis, out and out. Don't worry, guys. Nobody will question Charles Leclerc's caught. He's got to go again, hasn't he? I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Do you remember Peter Windsor, friend of the channel, kept on saying, if you give Max a car and or the McLaren MCL 39, they won't see which way he goes. Does anybody remember that? I remember. Well, let's not celebrate just yet. Max got engine up to 13. Go on. I don't even know if he has. 302 kilometers per hour going for the speed trap as versus Oscar Piastri's 304. Even Lewis was quicker on 303. I don't know, chat. This is it's going to get techie. Going to get very techie. Bear with. How dare I, Sparry? Do you know what I mean? But how did he, don't forget the D. How did he, I don't know. Sparry, maybe you've got an explanation for it, Joe. Max was super aggressive. It's as if he was about to dive bomb into the barriers, but quickly. He looked like, it reminded me of Saudi Arabia. Come on, Charles, we need you. Pour some on edge. Put me some. This is good for the race tomorrow if Max saves. Max can save time. But electric, he's just got to look the delta to pull an overtaking manoeuvre around here. A 1 minute 30 second track in qualifying trim is 1.5 seconds. That's how much advantage, apart from mistakes accepted and unforced errors normalized for. You're going to need 1.5 seconds. How did you pull that magic trick? It's just that it's Hassan Amaji. Hassan, if I told you, you know what I mean, you wouldn't believe me. Go on then, Lando going out again, eh? Get your eye in, Lando. I think you need to top your timing sheets now, mate. Now, more than ever, Carpe, the MFing DM, Lando Norris, please. Don't want to keep calling you Lando Norris and Dustin from... No, I'd rather... Make me eat some humble pie, Lando Norris. I'm dying to. I want you, as a neutral, I want you and Max to hold Oscar's feet to the fire. I want Oscar to prove his worth, that he's capable of being a championship, that he's deserving of it. Antonelli out on a hot lap again. Go on then, Kimmy. Let's have a go, mate. Let's see ya. T-minus 3 minutes left on the docket. And 50 seconds. Hamilton in non-ground effect cars. He might come in top one again. Central, perhaps. Perhaps. He just needs to chill out now. He's through to Q3, isn't he? Look at that. 0.2. It's not half bad from Sir Lewis, that. And Charles going to have to go again, currently languishing in 13th, currently in the drop zone with T minus 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Liam Lawson, Tsunoda-san, Charles Leclerc, aka modern day Jean, Albon, Antonelli. Antonelli going quick though, look at this. So too George. George isn't having this. How are Mercedes quick all of a sudden? And it's hot. 34.9 and 29.8 are your track and ambient temperatures respective. He doesn't need to go out again, Cold. He'll save tyres. What's he going out for? He's like, he's clear. I know track evolution. I mean, you'll be all right. He'll use George and Kimi as a gauge, depending on. I don't think they'll even go quicker, you know. Go on then. All eyes on George and Kimi. George has gone quickest of all, sector 1. Antonelli goes quickest of all. Can you spell track evolution? 28.649 goes a tenth quicker than Max. Antonelli. So you see this is the track evolution thing, right? The reason why manifest. You want to be setting your lap in Q3 at the end of the session. I reckon George is about to go quickest of all here. 26.5. He's carrying a tenth. No, it's close. No, he's lost a tenth. George also goes top. Oof. 10th and a half. Bloody Nora. George gets it done by dint of his Q3 there. Brand new tyres. Max is going again, isn't he? 26.6. So he's 7/100ths off. Okay, Max is going to need to do something here in sector 3. If he's only second for Max. 1/100th adrift of King George Russell. And that's with track evolution settings. Did we have ourselves a qualifying session, chat? Chaos. Go on then. All eyes on Alex Albon up into 9th. Currently in your drop zone with 1 minute 30 seconds left on the docket. Hulkenberg, Behrman, Lawson, Tsunoda-san, and Charles Leclerc. Where is Charles? Coming round. Max second. What? Mercedes? Remember? Do you remember that time when George out-qualified Max by a tenth and a half? Earlier this season. Chess has been telling me that I need to put some respect on King George's name. Lando Norris. 27.6. No, Lando's not going to go quicker, is he? Lando is a tenth and a tenth shy. He's going 0.2. It's going to drop in about 35.7 or 29.7 maybe if he's lucky, if he can keep it on the island. 29.8. Where's Lando's pace gone? By the way, that lap of George and the lap of Max, both of which have destroyed Lando's quickest time from last year, which was, of course, a 29.595. All eyes on Charles. 26.7. What's Charles up to, mate? You got 12 seconds left on the docket. 26.7. You got to go quicker than this. 37.7. That's a green sector. You got to go, Charles. It's going to be close, mate. You need to nail yourself a sector 3. Come off the hour, come off the man. Hulkenberg goes up into 10th. All eyes on Charles Leclerc. I think he's going to be all right. Or drop in mid-pack around Lewis's time, I think. Yeah, 6th. Charles drops in at 6th. Bloody Nora. Tsunoda-san looks like he's done. Hulkenberg in 11th. That's your drop zone. 0 seconds, 0 minutes left on the docket. Hulkenberg out. Albon out. Sainz out. Lawson out. And Tsunoda-san out. Bloody Nora. Charlie's girl is so fun. I hear she's got a great personality, Easy G. You know what I mean? That's why they keep putting her on camera, apparently. Max is like Maradona or Messi in the sport. Going to be close, chat. It's going to be close. Commercials again. Carmen, really? Hey, look at this. Max followed by Mercedes. Championship game on. Game on. Martin told us that they can't do it without the car. Can they, these McLaren buds? They've wasted their bloody durable competitive advantage. All this long cam jinxed Alonso by betting on him. Is Alonso? I mean, it was a Hail Mary, wasn't it? Really. Alonso in ninth. Aston Martin, I don't know. Lando's chronic Weetabix deficiencies. Mate. RB21 still slow. Tsunoda-san out. Okay. Couple of minutes away from a cheeky Q3. Do me a favour, chat, as we're about to lose our mind. This feels like a chaos qualifying session, and George Russell is right up there alongside Kimi Antonelli. 29.6 from Kimi Antonelli, barely a tenth adrift of Max Verstappen's time, and they set them around the same time, although Mercedes were a little later on, weren't they? They've all set those laps on soft compound tyres, brand new ones. George Russell has the whip hand on a 29.562. 1/100th adrift from Max. I think Max is all right. Not a Max fan, but God, he's another Senna. Dave. Chaos, EasyG. EasyG, what's going on with Lando? What's going on? Russell protect his prediction. That's true, 100% Max. Because he knows you're tuned into F1 Vibes. Glad to have you with us, whether you're here for the strategy, the drama, or just to hang. You're in the right place, says Jomer. You're a legend, Jomer. Do me a favour, chat, as we encroach upon Q3. If you like the stream, it means what? It's going to get chaotic in here in a minute. I just, it's circumstance and it's safety car and red flags and yellow flags, and it's going to get techie. Singapore, low minimum speed, medium, it's just going to be too chaotic. Max will do a Lewis 2018, or will Lewis do a Lewis 2018? He's been quick thus far, but I don't think that car is quick enough. Although look at Lewis, he's only 200ths adrift of Charles. That's positive, eh? Onwards and upwards. He didn't run a final. I didn't need to, Julius. He was quick. McLaren ceiling successfully reached. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. 1,000 of you in here can currently do me a favour. She launched. Ha! Willem! Chaos. Sadly, I do. Picked the wrong Viaplay thingy and can't create an F1 TV still after 3 years now. Won't accept my full name. Just fudge it, Carmen. And you don't even need to put your proper name in, do you? Not that I... Who said that? Who? I didn't say that. What if Mercedes are helping Max getting him in his championship by keeping McLaren fun? No, surely not. It's getting really techie now, said Minute. Mind us. All right. Anthony Davison talking about the Williams as if anybody cares. Piastri bin incoming. I don't think he'll bin it. You guys know the stats on Oscar Piastri. 44 races back to back. No DNFs. 34 of those, the last 34, were all point scoring finishes. He's been quite consistent, therefore, as Oscar Piastri, if we're going to be guided by evidence. He's not been bad. Matt's better get pole. I got money on it. Candidate, if you put money... The odds weren't fantastic, though, Candidate. You must always bet the line and not the event. What price did you get? Can you see it happening? A little bit, Richard. But I don't like to predict the future. If you got in excess of threes, Candidate, then you probably did the right thing. Meaning, before they said 22%, didn't they, the Jokers? Max was 7-2. 3.5 to what? I just don't know. I don't know where they get these odds from. I don't know where they get them from. By the way, not that anybody was checking, but if you wanted the Max, and again, this is not financial advice, don't listen to me. If you're not already a betting degenerate, then don't bet. That's my cancel. But Max Verstappen was 6-1 to put it on pole and win the race. I don't know if that makes sense. Why he puts it on pole, the only thing that's going to stop him is reliability or a dodgy pit stop, isn't it? It's easy if you have the fastest car. Can you imagine, Adrian? Lando's going to get caught easy G if he doesn't pull this one out of the back. He's got to be better as Lando. He's got to be better. But they've burned up all... Between him and Oscar, they've been burning up their fast car advantage, haven't they? Martin Brundle on deck was dropping bars at the start of this race before anybody had turned the wheel. It's Martin Brundle that said this. I'm going to read it out verbatim because it's important. I believe Verstappen is now living in the heads of the McLaren drivers. Martin Brundle said that. His words, not mine. He also said the problem that McLaren have got is that they no longer have a car advantage here at Singapore. McLaren. So it's going to be all down to the drivers to ace these laps. You've got to be committed. You've got to be quick. You've got to have your eye in. There is no gap or time that you have to play your way into the crease as Lando Norris likes to do. It's got to be bang. Go on then. We're a couple of minutes away from a Q3. I want to see the Q. Who's got first in this queue? Because that's going to be quite important, isn't it? Given that traffic is a thing around here, and yellow flags by extension will also be a thing. Max will 100% have left some time over Q3. Didn't look like he was not on the first lap, Iceman. That first lap looked chaos. It looked like Saudi Arabia 2021, the level of commitment. And that's why you saw him still topping the timing sheets, despite the rate at which the track was evolving. Every man and their dog were putting in laps, and nobody was quicker than him for ages. Who's crashing, Z? Let us all see the madness. Oh my gosh, this is too techie, says it too much. Too techie for my heart and mental health. Palms are sweaty, mum's spaghetti. You only get one opportunity. Go on then. Come after come after Max Verstappen. Hey, look at him. This is the difference between the good ones and the great ones, some say. With the ability to extract out of themselves the best at the big points. Q3, Singapore, 69 points adrift in the driver's standings through no fault of his own. I can't watch Cameron. It's going to be insane. Dave, me and you both. Cameron, who you got for pole? Thou shalt never bet against Maximilian. Not when it's like this. When it's like a tenth or like a half a tenth in it. I think it would be foolhardy, churlish to bet against Max Verstappen. I just come on my heart. I know, Vincent. It's about execution now, isn't it? As much as speed. No. McLaren going to go away and dial up their engines to 10,000. By the way, George Russell, fastest through the speed trap of all, 305 kilometers per hour. 303 from Lando. Max is only 302. They've dialed the downforce up, haven't they? Less than 2 minutes. So we've got 11 minutes and 20 seconds on the docket. Can you say dirt? Maybe. I don't want to jinx anything. Q3 pressure. So crafty. There's a Crackosaurus. And breathe, chat. And respirar. It's going to get techie. Matt's going last again. Oh my gosh, I can't cope. This is too much. He's sat in there. I want him to get a banker in. I suppose it doesn't really matter. You've got to be on 1.5 seconds of the delta that you'll need to pass around there. It is Monaco. Not the same, but very similar as far as overtaking opportunities. McLaren are all going last as well, aren't they? Everybody's overweight in Track Evolution PLC. Look at Oscar's eyes. He looks cold, doesn't he, as well? Unperturbed. Did you know that if an F1 driver... Behave yourself, friends. May the best man win. I concur, John. Do me a favour. You like the stream? Then like the stream. Dirty air, brilliant, Renz. You're a joker. I'm actually not nervous for once because Matt's going to drop it like it's hot. Snoop Dogg reference. Don't hate it. Breathing is of the utmost importance. Got to keep the pressure regulated. I'm feeling it. Crackosaurus. Go on then. Max Verstappen is Behrman and Leclerc going out and use softs. What? And Alonso too. This makes no sense, but whatever. Whatever. Red flag incoming. There's been a lot of them around here. I don't want to curse it. I don't even want to say the R of red. George Russell goes out first. 26.4 purple, of course, because no one else has said. That's quick though. Holy shoot! You've passed his prologue. They were doing 26.6 before, and George Russell's just gone out in there and did a 26.4. Put the banker, lay down the mark, and put the pressure on the rest of them. Smart from King George. All eyes on the bloody track map as well. $37.4. This is going to be low 29s from George, isn't it? Easy. Easy. Gone for it as George. Look at this. On board. Look out. Oh, no. 30.1 from Behrman. All eyes on the lap time of George, though, eh? 0.3, 0.5. Yeah, it's going to be low 29s here. He touched the ball. 29.1. Holy smoke. 29.1 from George. Way to lay down a marker, good sir. Do you know what I mean? Holy smoke. 29.1. No car has ever been quicker around here. Remember, that's half a second quicker as near as makes no difference. Then Lando's 29.595 last year. Go on then. All eyes on Max Verstappen. Currently, George has the whip hand 4/10 down the road from rookie Kimi Antonelli's teammate. That is insane, Sparry. No, you did say Sparry, but I wouldn't celebrate just yet. Piastri. Oh no, Piastri's 2/10 adrift. Bloody Nora. Piastri 2/10 and then another 2/10 adrift in sector 2. What's going on here? Lando Norris only goes up third. Oh, the humanity. And Max, go on then. Max is on 1. 26.7. 3/10 adrift. What is going on, chat? Max is 3/10 adrift of George. Through sector 1. Holy smoke. 29. But that's blistering from George. They turn up all the engines. What's going on here? 29.5 from Oscar. Bloody Nora, George. Charles Leclerc goes 4th quickest. Lewis Hamilton goes 4th. I'll see that and I'll raise you this. All right, Max Verstappen goes 27.4. 37.4 through sector 2. Excuse me. But it's the sector 1. So he's still 0.3 adrift. He's going to have to go hell for leather here, Max. Piastri goes up into second on a 29.5. The battle for second here with Max. Max is going purple microsector 1 and microsector 3. How close can Max get up? 29.3 from Max. Bloody Nora, George. You hear me taking the mick out of George? Oh, we can't do Singapore. Sir John Perry, flipping Nora. That is George Russell. That shall put some respect on his name. He's out here doing the Kobe Bryant thing. He's dribbling for his future. Max Verstappen, 2/10 adrift of King George Russell. Oscar Piastri down in third on a 29.5. Antonelli in fourth. Lando Norris 29.6. Holy smoke, chat. Is that George in 2025 or is it Sir Lewis in 2018? I cannot tell that is mad. Yeah, no, Z. I've been told about George. He's quick. He's not a bad peddler. He's not a bad peddler. Kobe Bryant. It's a joke that Dave Chappelle used to crack. That when Kobe was on trial, he was out there like dribbling for his freedom, or at least it felt like it. Holy smoke. 1,300 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like. Oof. Go on then, Max. I think we've got one more for good luck. Do you know what I mean? And breathe. Full send. Max will go for this now. You look at that and he'll be like, all right then, 2/10. I'll see you that, George, and I'll raise you this, mate. But George has done that earlier on. That's the problem, right? He's not bad, that chap. He's not half bad, that King Georgia. You think Max is going to smoke that? Max is going to smoke that time. If he does, I'm going to fall out my chair. Death wave. Oh my gosh. 2/10. 2/10. Chaos. Go on. Where can Max get that back? It's okay. Max has lost 2.5 tenths in sector 1. Okay, so I think Max made a mistake in sector 1 is the honest truth. If Max can get a 20, if Max does exactly that lap, okay, I think Max made a mistake in sector 1. If Max, yeah, Dave Chappelle reference. If Max, go on then. Here's me getting hopeful a little bit. I'd love for Max. I mean, from a neutral's perspective, I would love Max to. I just want Max to keep the McLarens honest. I just do. And I'm in for another Max Verstappen masterclass. Do you know what I mean? A genius lap. Another lap about which I can tell my grandkids. I was there when Max Verstappen put in a god tier lap around the British Grand Prix, Saudi Arabia in 2025, Imola overtake on OJP. Do you know what I mean? I want to be there for the god tier moments. Lewis has run out of tyres. Of course he has. Of course he has. George looks serious. Wow. That's going to do a 28.8. It's got to go. It's the sector 1 that he dropped. Max will go 10 toes down on sector 1, because if he gets a decent sector 1, where is the blown engine? It will not be a bad starting position. You want first around here, because it's hard to overtake. 1.5 seconds is the delta. Nice to surprise. I mean, he could do. He could do if he performs to potential. But again, it feels like McLaren don't have the whip hand. Interesting by the George red flag. Checo Perez style. Nico Rosberg style 2015 Monaco. Michael Schumacher style. And breathe, chat. And breathe. With an F. 1,000 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour. If you like the stream, like the stream. Here he is. This is so risky from McLaren, 100%. Piastri slowing down. Need Hajar, best lap ever. All right, breathe. Come after man, come after hour. 2 minutes and 20 seconds of Q3. Singapore left on the docket. Currently, George Russell has the whip hand 2/10 down the road from Maximilian Verstappen. For some say soon to be 5-time champion. Those 2/10 were accrued for the most part in sector 1. George Russell did a smoking 26.4. Max Verstappen, I think, made a mistake in sector 1. 26.7. All eyes on sector 1 for Max Verstappen when he gets in. Lando Norris is on the ball here. Pick to click for sector 1 is 26.4. Lando's going green, yellow, green. It doesn't look fantastic from Max Deathwave. You're a legend. It doesn't look fantastic from Lando's perspective. 26.6. 2/10 adrift already of George. I think George has done something here with that sector 1, you know. 26.6. 2.5 tenths adrift is Lando. So already, I mean, he's got to do something, although he's just gone purple microsector as Lando. And again, this is the final bite of the cherry. Carpe diem, Mr. Lando Norris, Dustin from Stranger Things. Cometh the man, cometh the hour. He's about to go for it, isn't he? 37.4. Okay, so he's matched. But it's that sector 1 from George. He's just ridiculously committed as Max Verstappen is on his outlap. Bloody Nora. Yeah, nobody can get close to that George. Sector 1 is the problem. Apart from 37.4. Okay, so Lando's gone quicker. No, nothing doing from Lando. Lando stays where he is, 5th. Jeez. Oh my goodness. 26.4 from Kimi. He's on one here, is Kimi. Kimi will smell this, that there's a potential in here for not a bad... Go on, Kimi. 26.4. Kimi's 5/100ths. Oh my gosh, look at that. George Russell just gone 37.3 again. Gone quicker in sector 2. Oh my gosh, Maximilian Verstappen is on one, chat. He's going green microsectors, The pick to click is 26.4 going through sector 1. If Max can get close to 26.4, we're on here. We're on here, straight back in. 26.4, all eyes. 26.5 is bloody Norris. He's 4/100ths off his Max Verstappen. He's going to need to go quicker here. Max Verstappen going on microsector, yellow microsector 1. Oh my gosh. Go on then, Kimi. No, nothing doing for Kimi. 28.5. All eyes on a Max Verstappen lap. Max Verstappen he's 1/10 for drift, but he's leaving it all on the line here, isn't it? I need to see some purple sector 2s, Max, please. Microsectors. He's a 10th behind his Max. 37.4. Oh no, it's not going to happen, chat. He's going to need a god tier sector 3 to do this. I don't think he's going to do it. 1/10 for drift, and then he's 1.5. He's 0.25. Yeah, this is about the same. He's going to need purple sectors ad infinitum. 0.25. It's 0.3. I think Georgia has the whip hand, chat. And yellow microsectors from Max. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All eyes on Max Verstappen sector 3. No. He's backed off. Ah, Max Verstappen. No. Second from Max P2. George Russell nails it on a 29.158. What? Who saw that coming? Not this guy at all. Not even close. George Russell was 25-1 to drop it on pole. Nobody saw that coming. I thought this was Max's. Oh, the humanity. Max will overtake George on the first lap tomorrow. No worries. Going into turn one. I mean, best of enemies. Time to glaze this pot. Chaos. That is chaos. And I you know what, Sparry? You know, I don't think you're a million miles off there. George is. That's not bad from George. And again, he flops it around here, doesn't he? Every time we get to Singapore, this dude makes a mistake. Not today, though. Sector 1, it was all in Sector 1. 26.4 from George, plays 26.5 from Matt. So he loses 0.1 in Sector 1. Sector 2, same thing, loses another 10th. And then gains back half a 10th in Sector 3. Oh my gosh. Mr. Saturday. You know, I'll level with you guys. Shez has been telling me that I need to put some more respect on King George Russell's name. That's the honest truth. That he's faster. Bloody Nori, did he get George visual? Jeez. That's inspired, mate. I didn't see that coming from George. I thought he would get warmer per Toto, the boy who cried wolf, and that Mercedes would do as it normally does, and its performance would fold in the face of heat. It's a cold weather diva, isn't it? Bloody nut. Can you imagine Max will be looking at George like, excuse me, like 2027? Have you got a seat at that Mercedes team? Putting it on. Can you imagine Lewis looking at them now? Singapore 2018. Where's Lewis? 6th, but ahead critically of Charles Leclerc. Oh, the humanity. Max hit traffic. Penalty incoming. Nah, I think they'll leave him. They'll turn a blind eye since the race depends on a Maximilian Verstappen. Listen, there are 1,400 of you in here. As we round third base, do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Chaos. I'm a little bit disappointed. I can't lie to you. I thought Max was going to nail it. And again, we're having the conversation under the aegis of bridging the 69-point gap. Although, in sum total, one must, on the back of that performance by King George Russell of Kings Lynn, Norfolk, put some respect on his name. Between now and next time, reaction video coming in a couple of minutes. And so too, the 8 p.m. Saturday show. Between now and next time, of course, you guys are legends. I'm grateful ad infinitum to each and every single one of you. Between now and next time, comma, the prosecution rests. No further questions, Your Honour. Bloody